The voices are awake, and a nearby machine-age civilization may soon feel their wrath as they begin their conquest of the galaxy. Hey there, Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Federations in our brand new Symphony of the Stars series. This is Nalzaroth, the relic homeworld of the voices, and we are dealing with a small energy shortage at the moment just due to the fact that we have branched out and not found too many sources of energy from orbital stations just yet. But we should have that resolved in fairly short order. We have, I believe, no colonies underway, so we'll have to resolve that when we have... yes, that's right, because they cost 500 food. We will need to resolve that momentarily. Minding your own business, deep within a crevice of the giant asteroid SA093937, we have found something astonishing. There is mining gear attached to the rock, digging itself into the vast depth of the asteroid. It stands abandoned, with no sign of who placed it there. If we can stop the machine, we might be able to learn something about the technology used to build it, but we must hurry before random debris crushes it. So we can get a good amount of minerals from this. I think I would like to try and stop it, which will require participation from a nearby construction ship. Thankfully, we can do that. Motile Organ 74, who is piloting one of our science ships, has developed new skills. Which specifically? Okay. Industry expertise. Good to know. All right, let's continue. We're going to go investigate that and wait for our food stores to build up a little. We could always sell some minerals, maybe, to deal with the shortage, but all of this should be, again, resolved in fairly short order. Let's see, we have 86 influence, so I want to finish surveying this system because there is a potential colonization opportunity there, and there may be additional energy sources as well. We know we have at least one, but there might be another.
We have surveyed the system.
There we go. All right, so there's not another. Sad to say. I think the next system I need to take, though, is Irai, because this has the largest... I mentioned this toward the end of the last episode. This has the largest nearby energy source. Just trying to whittle away at that a little bit. Apparently we found an anomaly, and it's routine. By chance, we stumbled upon a faint alien signal during the survey of this planet. The source, this is at TRAPPIST-3, appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? Let's find out. So TRAPPIST is right here. There's a 16-slot continental world, an 18-slot Arctic world, and a 14-slot desert world. There are a lot of planets around me. This is a lot more than I had during my test play for this. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so food from farmers plus 20%. Seems like that's probably the way to go right now. As much as I would like the pop growth speed bonus, we need more food so that we can actually build colony ships. A little bit behind in that regard. We got a couple different ways we can work on that, but for now, let's just attack it with research. All right, so we are going to have to wait on influence before we can add another system to our territory. What do we have here? Nice, we gained geothermal fracking and 25% of the progress towards that as a result of this project finishing up. Good. This science ship is heading to this system finally. That's a long time overdue, it feels like. Mainly because that particular anomaly that we just researched took a really long time. All right, good. Energy credits from technicians is finished. That'll hopefully help a little bit. Automatic exploration is probably the best idea of these, but then again, the fusion reactor early. We don't have any real competition to put pressure on us militarily, and we don't have that many research station outputs yet, so let's go ahead and improve our survey speed. Seems like the best of our current choices.
We have surveyed the system.
Ancient life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of TRAPPIST-3. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the Searcher Unit 3 managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. So this is one of the newer art additions to the game. If you haven't played Stellaris recently, you've probably read this text, but never seen this picture. They did a lot of new event art that came out with Federations, and this is an example. We've been used to it for a while, but if you happen to just be jumping back in as a result of the Anniversary patch, or maybe the sale going on, you're picking up some new expansions, there's a lot of new art in the game, and it's very, very nice. So we have gained 150 society research from this. The crew of the Searcher Unit 3 managed to open the pod. Oh, we already read that. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Nice. Okay, now this science ship is done. However, there is an anomaly to look into there, so we'll take care of that. And then I suppose I'm just going to click survey here and shift click. We will very soon have... Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why it did that. You saw what happened there. I clicked one system and the arrows went all over the place.
Is complete.
Not quite sure, but I'm not going to worry about it.
We have found an anomaly.
Another one. Okay, atmospheric ecosystem. We've discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Istora 1. Massive floating creatures having evolved bodies filled with lighter-than-air gases follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Fascinating. So we'll get some social research from that. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor on this habitable world. Let's leave that be for now. We're still waiting for our scientists to level up a little. Okay, Absajamin is probably next. Let's go ahead and move that construction ship there. Detonol as well, or Detinol. I don't know, I called it Detonol last episode, but it's Detinol. Archaeological site discovered. Asteroid Blastor. A collision with a smaller asteroid has revealed a small Blastor or airlock extending slightly from the surface of P1438. It appears to be thousands of years old and had previously been concealed by rocks and dust. For unknown reasons, scans cannot penetrate the asteroid's interior, and the blast door is impervious to conventional cutting tools. To learn what is behind this door, the team would likely have to dig their way toward the center of the asteroid from another direction. So that's right here. So in this system that we're looking into, oh good, energy sources, thank God. In that case, let's take the construction ship that is currently in Arai and send them to Robalius. Okay, as we had hoped, the energy shortage is resolved. We don't have a surplus yet, but we're getting there. Alright, looks like we can go ahead and add Detinol to our territory. 75 influence per system at the moment. Might be able to establish some modifiers that'll make that a little bit cheaper. Alright, we are 30 months away from being able to bring in food a little bit faster. Ship sensors are picking up an unexplained pattern of interference in the Sigma Draconis system. Oh, nice. All the way down here now. Go ahead and research. Figure out what it is, please. Now, I don't believe I have the ability yet to build... No, of course not. You need to research the ability to build hydroponics bays on your stations, which can help with food. So the hives actually have the ability to build structures, either buildings or modules, on their stations that can produce any of the three basic resources. That's not true of most of the races in Stellaris. The Searcher Unit 3 crew has succeeded in isolating a signal embedded within the unusual pattern of interference in the Sigma Draconis system. The signal is a song, a complex sonification of an advanced mathematical equation to be precise, and one that Science Officer Mutal Organ 1 cannot seem to get out of her head. Who or what may have composed the song remains unknown, though its complexity infers an incredible level of technological sophistication regarding subspace harmonics. The signal's geodesics suggest a point of origin from outside our galaxy. Physics research and society research. Hey, society research is what I need right now, so I'll take it. Now only 14 months remaining until that key point, so yay. Let's get that energy station built and we will finally have a bit of a surplus. You are headed to Robalius, which is the next one we will add. We'll add that before Absajamin. You have to do this a lot in early Stellaris games if you're not lucky with your energy production. You have to pay very close attention to where your energy sources are, and you have to be cautious about building stations too quickly because all of them have an upkeep. When I play, some of the more recent series on my channel haven't, just I guess by sheer luck, had that issue too much, at least not to this degree. but it's noticeable here. During its survey of Sigma Draconis B3A, the Searcher Unit 3 discovered a previously unknown strategic resource dubbed Zro. Nice. So there's Zro here in Sigma Draconis. Did we discover any other rare resources yet? Yeah, the little moats in Biham. Lovely. Okay, so still 35 influence away.
Our construction
Nice.
is complete.
Okay. Kind of a big moment here. It's finally time to complete the first tradition tree discovery. So now research speed is increased by 10%, and we get an ascension perk. We also have research station output increased by 10%. So I could go with technological ascendancy, which would not only improve my research speed more, but also rare technologies would appear at 1.5 times the normal rate. Yeah. We're going to be pretty straightforward and just jump straight in with technological ascendancy. We want to be as advanced as possible.
Found an anomaly.
What's this? Hang on. I'll leave that one alone for now. We're still waiting for our scientists to reach level 4 or so before we start looking into some of these anomalies. A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet once. Okay. So this is Augea 5 over here near this Class B star. Science ship's starting to get pretty far out there. Okay. One thing that might grant us additional influence is if we manage to meet any of the enclaves, which are still around at this
We
point.
have found an anomaly.
That would be one of the ways to get a little bit of an influence boost and expand a little faster. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civ on this inhospitable rock. Leave B for now. A large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Augea 5 at some point during the previous 1,000 years in what must have been a major impact event. An abundance of minerals can now be found on the planet in the vicinity of the impact crater. A fortuitous event. Very good indeed. Yeah, we need 500 food before we can colonize anything. FYI. That's what we're waiting on. Although I can probably go ahead and start bombing the crap out of these guys. I could. We've built an observation station. Let's see what settings are right now. We can go with aggressive observation, which improves the amount of society research that I get from
We
that.
have surveyed the system.
They probably won't like that too much, but ask me how much
surveyed the
I
system.
care. Because I really don't. What I'm thinking with these guys is that because they have spawned so close to the voices, because they're so close to Nalzaroth, because the voices have just come out of hiding and are reestablishing a very new fragile hegemony and trying to establish core territory, I think that their initial response to a potential nuisance this close would be pretty hostile. Again, kind of a preservation instinct type of approach. So there's a possibility we might be able to enslave them, maybe turn them into food. That would likely be the way that we went if we don't annihilate them. We'll probably just annihilate them because of how close they are. Won't be our approach to all empires in the future, but for now, we are probably headed that direction. I think I want to go ahead and build synaptic nodes. Because again, this building in this case is both the Unity booster and the administrative capacity booster. So it's the admin headquarters and the Autochton monument kind of in one building. Mentioned that last episode, but let's do that just so that we stay well above our Empire Sprawl settings. Starting to gain energy. It's a lovely thing. And it looks like we are ready to add another system to our territory. Several of our abduction teams stationed on the observation post above Ruthari 3 have apparently been using the thrusters of their shuttles to burn large circles and complex patterns into crop fields belonging to the primitive Garathi that are indigenous to the planet. The shuttle crews have been severely reprimanded for this prank, but the crop circles appear to have taken on some sort of religious significance for the natives. A new religion is formed based on these patterns, and it is gaining popularity among the Garathi at an alarming rate. Good job, guys. So apparently we have some juvenile voices running around acting like idiots. We have a 20-slot Gaia world in the Targon system. And that is, hang on. It's going to have to be a new sector, but it can probably be a sector capital. So that's a pretty fantastic find there. We need to get out there and lock that down. Okay, speaking of locking things down, let's go ahead and add a Robalius to our territory. So we can have that archaeological site at our disposal and that energy source. We can, of course, sell alloys as well, but I'm not going to do that. Not quite necessary. Maybe time to build. I think I'll wait until I have an additional colony. Ooh. Hostile alien vessels in... Wait, what? Have we found the Sol system this close? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this just gets better and better. Look who's right next door. Oh no. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sol system. These strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Let's go ahead and research them. It's going to take 10 months, which is annoying because we're very close to finishing our food research, but I want to go ahead and knock that out. So, are these the... They look like they're Tianki. Oh, wow. Alvira also has a number of... Yeah, this just gets better and better. I can't believe Sol's right there. I wonder to what extent humanity is developed. We'll have to find out.
Our construction is complete.
I cannot believe we just found our own solar system. Can't see into it right now because sectors, but... Holy crap. That is amazing. All right, so can you just survey that system? So that might have had something to do with why the order that I queued up earlier went so crazy, and I was wondering what was going on. Do a few more surveys out this direction then. How about that?
Technology conceived.
Nice. Planetary build speed has been improved by 25%. All right, this is geothermal fracking, so we got a little boost on this, and now it's just going to take 1,500 more research points. If we're going to have to deal with hostile fauna out in the galaxy, it might be time to go ahead and research the coil gun. Let's do that. All right, go ahead and build both of those mining stations. There'll be a maintenance cost, but I think it'll be worth it. Build that research station too.
We have found an anomaly.
I don't want to be too cautious. The economy will wobble a little bit, but it'll be okay. The surface of this planet is littered with metallic debris. Most of it appears to originate from starships of many different designs. All right, have a look. 100 days is fine by me. Scientists should be approaching... Oh, no, they're all about halfway. We need our scientists to level up faster. So we do have one archaeological site. I think what I'm going to do is, as soon as this particular anomaly is done, this one that we're looking into. Okay, but now we have a food shortage as well. That's annoying. As soon as that's done, I'm going to send them back.
Our construction is complete.
Okay, we don't quite have Auto Explore unlocked yet. So I think what I'm going to do is bring this guy back. Space amoebas. Okay, so now we've looked into what's going on with those guys. The entities encountered by our fleets some time ago are new spaceborne lifeforms. While significantly larger than a coral corvette, these space amoeba herds are minuscule next to our full corpus.
Our situation log is updated.
So now we can run a space amoeba study, which... How long do I have? All right, 3 months. I'm going to wait 3 months before I execute that. Good God. Because I need the extra food at this point. This asteroid was evidently used as a junkyard, PX4ST, here in Lastus, at some point in the distant past. All manner of discarded machinery and metallic refuse has been deposited inside the asteroid's weak gravity well, being slowly pulled into the jumble of debris that now covers the surface. Nothing of particular value, but hey. All right, you excavate that site before you do anything else. Please and thanks. 2 months. Also 3 months until the survey speed boost is unlocked.
Our construction is complete.
Which will not help with the archaeological site, but that's okay. Yeah, I need to go ahead and add Radathi.
Technology conceived.
Food from farmers plus 20%. Good. I can probably go ahead and research the hydroponics farm to continue to offset this shortage. So, man, we've got a lot of good food-related technology that just came up. Let's go for hydroponics farms first, because this is a bit of an unusual situation. And what I'm going to have to do just to get another colony going, because we need it at this point, is I am going to sell some minerals. Bit of an unusual step, but because we're not playing in a competitive game, it's okay. So now I can just straight up buy the food that I need. And the question is, which world are we going to? Let's pull up the expansion planner. A Jaundice 3 is probably where we need to go first. It's an ocean world. It has Betharian fields. Yeah, this is the one with the bad modifiers, though. Ebenar 3 is another possibility, but we would need to add it to our territory. So there's also, of course, a Jaundice 1, which is much smaller, but has dust deserts. We don't need to colonize the massive planet right now anyway, but, food shortage is gone, by the way. That's nice. It's super frustrating. But this will be good for energy production, given the situation. So let's go ahead and do a Jaundice 3. We're going to call this, we'll use the standard map, or not map names, but planet names from this new set. The Dalit appropriation, let's call it that. Different naming schema from last time, of course. All right, so survey speed plus 25%, very good. Oh, nice. So we can also unlock the capacity subsidies edict, which we won't be using because we don't have the influence for it at the moment. But we also would get the energy grid. Improved deflectors are probably a good idea. Research station output plus 10%. Research speed. Let's go ahead and just get the research speed boost for now. All right, we are almost ready to add another system. And it's going to be Absajamin. Or perhaps it should be Rodalthi. It doesn't really matter. I was thinking in terms of Ebenar and Trappist, but we'll get there. Bit of a slower start than usual, but we'll get there. This is an easy listening series anyway. Easy playing. Just a steady galactic conquest as we play through. I would imagine by the time we balloon out in this direction, there will be some other empires around, at least one. Whether we see them or not will be another question. Right? Space Amoeba Hunters, how strong are they? Our ships are not strong enough to take them on yet, sadly. So these guys now have to... Oh no. Oh no.
Our construction is complete.
Okay, got away. All right, well, a little bit of drama as we begin here. Let's build that station. Yeah, we're having trouble keeping up with our upkeep. No pun intended. We're having trouble keeping up with our maintenance costs because as we build new things, maintenance costs increase, and we aren't quite producing enough energy yet to offset it. Now, one thing we can definitely do is build some solar panels. So that might just be the solution to this. Now that we have a colony queued up, we know that this is going to be our first system. Scientist has leveled up. Good. What we are going to do is...
Our construction is complete.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and just buy 50. Get that order. So around this particular star, we can build some solar panels. That will help with our energy situation and kind of steady things out for the next episode. That'll probably still be building in the beginning of the next episode, but you get my point. So hopefully those of you who are newer to the game are paying close attention to the decisions that I'm making with regard to building things and not building things. I have a number of mineral stations in my territory that, as much as I would like to have that income right now, that would be additional maintenance because every single collection station has a certain maintenance cost. For instance, if you point to this, upkeep 1 energy. So I'm gaining some minerals from this, 5 to be precise. That's very nice. But that negative, technically, is because of that station or any other particular maintenance cost that's putting me just below that mark. Okay, we can go to automatic exploration now, excuse me. Once we have level 4, I'm going to bring scientists back and have them start looking at some of these anomalies in the core territory. Because we need to get that done. Man, I can't believe Soul's right there. That's so cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and go for expansion. This is really good timing, actually. As people ask me why I didn't go for expansion first, I almost always do, but given that we don't have a reason to explode outward in a competitive sense, really going for discovery first to speed up scientific discovery and the prospect of getting more influence and resources and just about anything from the things you find in anomalies in the various narrative events of the game is a little bit higher priority, but now we are going for expansion. So just by adopting that, colony development speed will be increased by 25%, just in time for our new colony, which, by the way, that colony ship just launched. And on that note, we will go ahead and stop this episode here. In the next one, we are going to start our colony on a Jaundice 3, and we will also be taking some territory in on this side and hopefully be resolving the energy crisis as well. It's not really a crisis, it's just a minor shortage. But hopefully be resolving that soon as well once this station that is upgrading in a Jaundice is done. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes in Symphony of the Stars are coming out every day at 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.